Missing my roots to work as hard as I do. Been on the money train looking for more better blues. Them school days, no class act, I was breaking all the rules. Life's a boomerang and I had nothing to lose. Another boy in the hood is how it come across. I feel like Dr. Doolittle, but the money talks. They yelling he got game, I'm not the wonder ball. This just some fresh soul food for every one of y'all. Yeah.
Yo, welcome back for another episode of Cornbread Movie Review. Hey, man, I love y'all. I love the dialogue going back and forth with certain movies, man. So thank y'all. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Turn your notification bell on all, please, and share it too, man. Tell your friend to tell a friend. Make sure they subscribe, man. We trying to get closer to 200 subscribers, man, and the sky's the limit. So thank y'all for rocking out with me. Today, ladies and gentlemen, man, we're going to talk about a movie that is a childhood classic to me, man. And today, that movie is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes, it is out in theaters. It is PG. If you are new to the channel, understand I do each movie review in 5 different categories: acting, cinematography, storytelling. Did I get what I bought? And then is it a must-see? I add that thing up, spits out a Cornbread movie review, and guess what, man? I ain't gonna leave y'all without a forgotten movie as well, all right? So let's get to this thing. I was excited, man. I had to take my son to go watch this, man. So first category is acting, okay? Who's in this movie? All the turtles are in this movie, man. You got Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael, man. Those 4 are iconic. I'm trying to think of another, maybe Fantastic Four. Trying to think of another 4 group in a movie that's better, man. I don't know. Write in the comment box who's better than these 4, man. For like a group in acting, man, or especially filmmaking. So I don't know, but I'm gonna go with those 4. You also, and we're gonna dissect how they did, right? And I gotta get into it already, man. I don't want to, man. All right. Also, you got your boy Jackie Chan, man. Come on, man. Playing Splinter, man. He's the wise father, the wise rat. He has a little backstory that it was great to get into in this movie. He's also the overprotective father, which some of it made sense, but some of it didn't. But at least he's staying the course of that character. Then we got my man Ice Cube, man. Shout out to him. He plays Superfly. He's the villain in this movie. This person is the alpha males of all alpha males. He's looking for revenge. He wants to get rid of every human possible, and we'll talk about why. Now, being that this movie is PG-13, it's very jokey, which certain scenes, it's warranted, right? It's funny. My son laughed, I laughed, so it was great. Other scenes, every scene is not a joke. Come on, man. These turtles never really faced adversity, and especially for acting in the category, I have to grade you off of how are you doing in adversity? Are you believable? The kids, star-studded cast, but the kids are playing, kids. And I think they portrayed great kids, but it's like, no. When did they have to be mature? When did they have to be adults? When did they have, okay, now we got to get somebody out of this sticky situation? And that didn't come across in this movie. Yes, it was a cartoon, but certain cartoons, you feel it. Like, I can think of, let's say, Encanto. Watching that, you feel certain scenes like, man, that was it. That pulled my heartstrings right there. So for me, acting is going to get a 3 out of 5 in this category. Sometimes you have great acting and not a great dialogue or story. And then sometimes you have great story, great dialogue, but you don't have the actor. And then you get the best ones when you mix the two. And I think something was a disconnect in this. So acting is going to get a 3 out of 5 for me. Next category is cinematography. This movie's an hour and 30 minutes. Very short by today's standard. I don't know if that was a budget thing or not, because the budget was $70 million, which $70 million 10, 15 years ago that's a blockbuster hit. For this, it looks like they just paid everybody, hey, we just need your voice. We don't need your acting skills. Record this in a corner or on your day off on the weekend, right? So budget very low. One issue I did have, that this movie was in 3D, but they didn't film it for 3D. So you actually kind of got cheated. So to the listeners out there and to the viewers, man, if this movie's in 3D, I would say don't watch the 3D version because it wasn't that much happening in 3D that you're missing from the regular standard film world. So that's just my little tidbit for you. Now the filming style, the anime style was nice. It's like a clay, like crumbled up paper filter. Pretty cool. It looks gritty, but it's a good gritty, right? Trying to think of other movies that maybe could get away with how they were filming. I don't know, but I like it. I was not disappointed in it. Also, this category captures great music, man. I don't know if it's Seth Rogen. You know, he always puts in some good music in certain areas and brings the culture into this, right? They are younger kids, so they're listening to younger music, so the transitions and things like that, great. I wouldn't say it was that many fight scenes, but the fight scenes were good. Some action, but the film work was very standard. It wasn't like they said, okay, like you're in one of the characters in a fight hand-to-hand combat, or like they had an overview of the fighting scenes and you see the different pieces moving. So maybe in the next one they could do a little bit better with that of being more creative with the camera and what you're looking at. Even though it is a cartoon, you have more leeway. You could do more stuff, right? This also filmed in New York. That's standard. And then they had little gems too, like the Nintendo 64 was in here and just other product placement. So thought that was pretty cool. Overall, cinematography is going to get a 4 out of 5 from me, but that was their bread and butter for this whole movie. They really I feel like a lot of the budget came to make sure visually it looked great and aesthetically and sonically, everything was good. But that can't be that's only one category for me. So 4 out of 5, cinematography. Next category, storytelling. Goes back to the original movies where you have, let's say, a scientist in the lab doing some stuff, creates a ooze. And, but in this movie you have, you know, obviously I give some spoilers, but not all of it. But you have, I don't know if they FBI or you have some law enforcement trying to raid the spot. He says, gets rid of that and throws the ooze down the sewer. And then obviously the turtles and the rat find it. That's how they mutate. So then the story jumps ahead 15 years when they're teenagers. So the turtles are living their normal life. They want to be part of the world, right? They understand that they want to go to school. They want to interact with humans. They're cool with them, but they're also menaces too. Y'all committing crimes, bro. I don't know if it's just me seeing that, but they stealing shit and doing all this other stuff, ain't paying for it. I know they're doing it incognito because they don't want to be seen, but you could at least left the money, right? So I don't know. I thought that was pretty strange that you got them robbing stuff. Like that's not cool. So hopefully kids don't pick up on that I could just rob and then escape through the sewer or the water, or whatever like that. A couple problems that I had where I had the same problem with the Batmans, Spider-Mans. What other movies? Other movies that we've seen before, and they retell the story. They put their little spin on it. Some of it's good, but some of it's bad though. Like, come on, man. This is Teenage Mutant Turtles. I'm watching to see them cook. Let's go. Let's cook somebody. This was like the prequel to that, where they ain't never been in a fight before. I'm like, what? Ugh. So they joking around, ducking and dipping and dodging, and people just falling out by hitting themselves. And like, it was very raw in the story that you get to see them develop over time. But in our brains, they already developed. We don't, come on, bro. I want to see them fight and cook up and be mad and do this and see what new techniques they got. But nah, you don't get that. That's why I brought up maybe in the sequel, you have more serious situations and way more character development in the next one. A couple things, also issues that I had. Let's get into the villain. I liked Ice Cube's character, Superfly. First of all, I like that name. He's the alpha male. Like I said, he tried to embrace humans, and the humans didn't like him. So he's like, all right, well, you don't like me. Y'all see me as an outcast. I'm going to create all animals to be use the ooze, right, and become superhuman so that there's no more humans left, or they go into hiding. Okay, you're the bad guy. You know, think that's a good or bad. And that's the rift between him and the Ninja Turtles. It didn't start to make sense though towards the end. The ending is like they couldn't figure out how to end it. And then they were doing stuff that wasn't logical. I'll tell one scene where you use the ooze in the water. You would think it's making, let's say, the fishes, the sharks, the octopus huge, right? You would think that. But somehow he became a transformer. And then somehow you have horses and other stuff that aren't land animals getting hit with the ooze, but that's not where the ooze was. So hey man, don't shoot me. I'm just a messenger. I had a problem with it. So storytelling's gonna get a 3 out of 5 from me. It was all over the place, just based off of the history of what we known. And I mean, this was great for my son. Maybe if he haven't seen any of the other Ninja Turtles, it's a great starting point. But to all the people my age who've seen the other 30 Ninja Turtle movies that they made, come on, man, we got to do a little bit better with that. So 3 out of 5 storytelling. Next category, did I get what I bought? It was a comedy. It was about, like I said, I spent extra money because it was in 3D, and it's not a 3D movie. I had a big issue with that. One good thing that I like is April is black. I thought that was pretty cool. And she left-handed. Come on, man. There's only a few lefties of us out there, so sign me up with April being black and left-handed. Also, there's no Shredder. No Shredder, no Foot Clan. Y'all better make another one, because we need all the characters. Come on, man. Come on. These are staples in Ninja Turtles. I didn't want this movie to flop, and now you don't get to make a sequel, and you missed out on a great opportunity to sell. Then it also brings up the situation that I had, or the problem that I had with Splinter, where he's teaching his kids really just how to survive and get out of situations with humans, but not really how to fight. But that goes against the theory of the Ninja Turtles. And I don't know if you guys heard this theory. You guys can go on YouTube or Google and Google this theory of how each Ninja Turtle has their weapon. So you have Raphael, who's a hothead, independent, doesn't take disrespect, ready to fight at any moment. But then he got the Sais, I think it's SAIS, if I'm pronouncing that right. But those are defensive weapons, because he could just attack anybody. But he has to learn how to defend, because he's always on the offense. But he has the weapons to put him in situations where they're not sharp. He can't attack anybody and kill anybody with those. So that's why he has those type of weapons. But then you got somebody like Leonardo, where he's the calm one, the logical one, the leader. I don't know if he's the big brother or not. I really never know what's the ranking of like when they were born, but he's the leader of the group. He was actually the snitch in this movie. I thought it was pretty funny. And he's going to be the least to react because he's the logical one. He wants to play everything out and talk it through. But he has the katanas, bro. Those are the weapons that will kill anybody. But they know, that's why Splinter put them in his hands, because he knows you're only going to use these in the worst case scenario. So that's why you have the swords, and you probably won't use them. So he has to learn how to be more aggressive. So it's a theory out there of everybody, of Michelangelo and Donatello's weapon as well. So look that up. So I thought that was pretty cool, but that goes against the storyline or the theory for this of how this movie acted. So did I get what I bought? I'm going to say a 3.5 out of 5, man. I got my turtles in action. I thought they were pretty cool, pretty funny. You know, they wanted to get accepted, but it was missing a lot of key points to be a Ninja Turtle movie, man. All right, last category, is it a must-see? The original movie came out in 1999, and it is yet, let me say that again, it has yet to be beat on any Ninja Turtle movies. The first movie, 1990. I said 1999, I'm sorry. 1990 was the first movie of Ninja Turtles. It hasn't been beat yet on any iteration of Ninja Turtles. So you do get the nostalgia back of, man, I never asked for a Ninja Turtle movie, but it's good to see one. You get the Cowabungas, which I think that was like a copywritten issue that they had, but they brought that back, which was good. A lot of current references too, of names, products, stuff like that. So it is current, so your kids will love it. But the parents will also see Easter eggs of the previous movies and know where this is going. So that's always great as well. Great for all ages. So for me, is it a must see? I'm gonna say a 4 out of 5. I think it's a great outing to take the family. You won't be mad that you watched it, but it had a couple flaws. Just you gotta retrain your brain that this is a new age Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right, so 4 out of 5 is a must see. So overall, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles receives a 3.5 out of 5. Make sure you check out my 2023 movies. We're rolling through this thing. We about to hit the what? The fourth quarter of this thing. Now this is the part of the segment where I give you a forgotten movie. This is a movie that you've never heard of, forgot about, or you definitely need to double back on. And today, that movie, ladies and gentlemen, is Fury. Yes, this movie came out in 2014. It's a war movie, has Brad Pitt in it. It's basically a survival movie and relying on your teammates, right? If it's only 5 or 6 of y'all got to take on a whole army. And you hope that somebody could come help. Great acting, great storytelling. I don't know if this movie won any awards or anything like that, but it's a great watch if you're looking for a different war movie, right? So make sure you check out Fury. Make sure you check out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and make sure you check out my other catalog as well. I'm doing TV shows, reviews, movie reviews, top fives, everything like that. So like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back next week. Love y'all. Peace.